In yesterday's video, I told you that I thought I was 45 days ahead of the rest of the market by recognizing that the internet had to be rebuilt and there was going to be a hardware element and then a software element, and those stocks were going to change the place that we live in. And as a result, I want to show you my portfolio today. I have 28 stocks. 25 of them are very directly related to the software revolution of the internet and the hardware revolution of the internet. And as you can see, every one of them is green today. And today, my portfolio is up 3.24%. That is unheard of, as my experience has said. And I want you to be aware of that because I believe there is another change. That's what I specialize in. I've been in this stock market for some 40 years, and I recognize it's not what's happening today that's important. It's what's happening tomorrow. And if you want to make money and outperform the S&P 500, you got to invest in tomorrow. I've got tomorrow pegged. So what is beyond that? Well, if you watched yesterday's video, you saw that I'm investing in uranium. Why am I investing in uranium? Let's get into that, and let's then get into how can you invest in uranium. I'm just getting started. But again, I'm 45 days ahead of the market. The market has yet to tell you that they built a nuclear plant in Georgia right in Homer's backyard, and this is the big change between now and 2050 as our need for electricity increases fivefold, and it's got to be done. It's another train that can't be stopped. And if you can get ahead of it, if you can get on the track before anybody else knows it's coming, you're going to make a lot of money. Let's get into this after I tell you this is not financial advice.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, the first element of this is you need to recognize what is the nuclear energy situation today. There's about 400 plants across the world, and we're in the process and planning stages of building another 450. In other words, we're going to double the size of our nuclear element in the next 5 to 10 years. Here's a chart on it. And as you can see, Europe has 15 currently under construction, 37 planned, and 51 proposed. Skip over to the North America. 2 currently under construction. One of those is probably the one that's in Homer's backyard. 4 planned and 25 proposed. But look at Asia. This is China. This is China and India. You've got 35 proposed, you've got 56 planned, and 220 proposed. This is change. This is change in the world. This is a recognition that we don't have the ability to produce the power to run our electrical needs as a result of 75% of the cars on the highways around the world will be electric in 2050. I explained to you yesterday, currently charging a Tesla in your garage will use as much energy as it does to take you to get through the same day running the electricity in your house. That is your stoves, your microwaves, your televisions, your lights, your air conditioning. Charging your Tesla will use in the average American home the same amount of energy. Well, if you've got 2 cars, you're going to then basically triple your use of electricity on a daily basis. If you've got 4, because you've got 2 teenage kids, you're going to 4x it. Then you've got the internet that's coming into your house that is now going to be delivering this increased electric use in all of the data centers around the world. So in my estimation, you've got a 5x increase in electrical power. How are you going to deliver that? Are you going to start burning coal like Germany did when they shut off their nuclear plants in anticipation of cheap gas from Russia? Well, what happened then? Well, I think Russia invaded Ukraine and that cheap gas tripled in price. And so the people in Germany are living in very cold conditions this past winter, and if they need air conditioning, good luck. So they are probably in the process of upgrading. That's probably part of this 37 planned nuclear plants, bringing those on in Germany. We are waking up to this revolution. In 1972 or thereabouts, we had some nuclear reactor accidents, and we shut things down. We haven't built a plant for 40 years. That is changing. As I've proven to you from my portfolio today, if you had invested with me on the upgrading of the internet and the software that is going to deliver artificial intelligence, if you had invested with me, you'd be up 3.2% today. Everything would be green, and that's because I recognize the change. I want you to be alerted the change is coming again. So how do you buy? How do we buy into this nuclear renaissance? So I went and did some research, and I came up with 9 ways that I can invest into uranium. Some of them are individual companies. One of them is a physical uranium trust, and 2 of them are ETFs. I'm doing the research. Right now, I'm trying to buy SRUFF. This is a trust. This is a company that goes out and buys the uranium from these manufacturers: CCJ, NXE, BHP, UEC, EFR, and UEC. The trust buys the uranium at the current price, and here's the current price of uranium and a chart going back to 2019. You can see it's selling for $45.25. The magic number from my reading is $50 per pound. I guess that's what it is. I really didn't buy some uranium because it would have killed me. It's radioactive. But this is how I'm going about it, and I'm trying right now to buy SRUFF. And I'm going to put that in my Bus 104. This is the trolley car. This is the trolley car that when I was growing up in Cincinnati, my mother died, and I was staying with my grandmother Talon, me and my older brother Charlie. And so Grandma took us to the zoo. We had to walk about 1/4 of a mile where we caught a trolley. I believe it was this trolley. I have no way of making sure. I believe it was this trolley. We got on it and went to the zoo, and then we came back on the trolley and walked home. That's my Bus 104. Has some special meaning to me. It was my introduction into the electrical automotive world, and I'm going back to it. So I'm putting Tesla, the shares of Tesla that I own, on Bus 104, and I'm going to add my holdings on SRUFF. Going to buy $10,000 worth of it. Now, am I going to then go into these other companies? Yes, I am. And if you want a good understanding of what this is all about, I want you to go to Seeking Alpha. Let me take you there now and give you an article that you can read that will give you a very good understanding of how this industry works and what your buying options are. Okay, this is my page on Seeking Alpha on Global X Uranium ETF. And I found on here an article written by somebody I follow on Twitter, Michael A. Grade. He's a certified financial analyst. And I think this article will do a good job of summarizing what uranium's all about and why you should invest in uranium, and then most importantly, how to invest in uranium. And he goes through the uranium stocks, the uranium ETFs, it shows their performance, uranium futures, and then the other uranium investments. And this is the one that I'm focusing on, Sport Physical Uranium Trust. So if you don't belong to Seeking Alpha, I'd really suggest you do. There's a link in the description that you can get a discount on it, and it will teach you what I've been saying, that this is an investment in the future, and give you some more guidance on how to invest in uranium. Again, I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. I do not invest in today. I invest in tomorrow. I try to get, I'm going to coin the phrase, 45 days ahead of the market, because no one has told you that just last month they opened a nuclear power plant, the first one in 40 years, right outside Homer's door. How come? How come you didn't know that? It's a big deal. Because Wall Street doesn't want you to know about it. They don't want you to get ahead of this. They don't want you to get ahead of them. What I would suggest you do is get on the bus. Join this team. Join this group of people who are saying, Wall Street, game's on. Game's on. We'll take you on because we're ahead of the game. And again, I want to brag. I want to boast. I want to beat my chest. This is my portfolio today.